Hi guys, welcome to Quick Take. I'm Stella Ko in Hong Kong. North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un reappeared last weekend after almost 3 weeks of absence for public events. North Korean state media released images of Kim walking, smiling, and waving at crowds at a factory visit. So we have Bloomberg's Gov editor John Herskovitz joining us today. Hi, John. So Kim finally made a public appearance after weeks of speculation. What can we tell from Kim's reappearance?
Well, very little actually, because we know what we saw. He was at the factory. He was walking around. He was smiling. He was still very, yeah. He hasn't lost much weight. He still is smoking. But the thing is that the actual health of the North Korean leader, whether it's Kim Jong Un or Kim Jong Il or Kim Il Sung, the three leaders of North Korea, is one of the most closely guarded secrets in this very secretive state. And it's only known to a small set of people in the inner circle. So what is actually going on, we'll never really know, because that small circle of people doesn't speak to people outside of North Korea. There's a lot of speculation. Physically, if you look at him, you can see that he is quite hefty, and he's put on a lot of weight since he's taken power. But people who've looked at the pictures have said things like he's ashen, he's bloated. They've paid attention to wrist, looking for small things. When Kim Jong Un goes for his summits, some of the spy agency in South Korea counts his breaths per minute just to find out how well he's doing, how well his health is. So people are looking for the smallest of details, trying to find out what's going on, because there's an absolute absence of details from North Korea as to the actual health of the leader, whether it's Kim Jong Un, Kim Jong Il, or Kim Il Sung.
So why do you think Kim Jong Un chose a fertilizer plant to make a reappearance?
The thing when they've had these absences before, and it's happened with Kim Jong Il, Kim Jong Un, and also Kim Il Sung, is that when they return, the return is usually some sort of innocuous field guidance visit. The reason for this one is it's difficult to say why they picked this plant, but this plant is obviously important for North Korea. They've been building this Sunchon Fertilizer Factory since, I think, groundbreaking was 2017, and it's grown in size significantly since then. The thing with North Korea is that when their leader is absent, they typically don't respond in state media saying why there is an absence. They don't want to undermine any confidence in the leader's ability, his standing at home. So North Korea is aware of what's going on in the outside world, and you can see that some of that in the way that they frame this event. You'll see Kim sitting down at a banner, sitting in front of a banner that says the name of the factory and May 1, very explicitly stated, so you can tell the date that this is going on. I think this is a nod to the farm media, and you can see it in this picture here on the left is the May 1 in Korean. So they're quite, they made a point of doing this. The other thing about this factory is that it may be a dual-use facility. North Korea battles chronic food shortages. According to UN World Food Program, about 40% of the population is undernourished. And one of the things that they're trying to do is increase domestic production of fertilizer. And this Sunchon Phosphatic Fertilizer Factory is one of the ways that they can increase production. But there was a paper that was released in April saying that the technology that's used in this facility could have the dual-use purpose for uranium production of yellowcake, which could be used for fissile material for weapons. South Korea denies that this is the case. North Korea has declared uranium mines and uranium processing facilities. The thing is, North Korea wants to do as much of its nuclear program domestically as possible because it's subject to international sanctions. And having a facility like this, which could help in making uranium for weapons, is something that it's a logical conclusion to make. Whether they're actually doing it or not is another story, but the dual use possibility is there. So it's helping food production and possibly helping in weapons production for the production of yellowcake uranium, which can be used for fissile material for weapons.
I see. So what do we expect next from North Korea?
Yeah, what happens next really depends on how much pressure Kim Jong Un wants to put on Donald Trump in an election year. Um, this is one of the primary diplomatic ventures for Trump since he's taken office has been his engagement with Kim Jong Un. Um, if if North Korea wants to put the pressure on Donald Trump, they could increase their provocations by testing a longer range ballistic missile, perhaps another nuclear test. Um, what is the most likely thing is that North Korea has been testing since last year a series of solid fuel ballistic missiles, most of them short range. And they're modernizing the missile fleet with these solid fuels, which are easier to deploy, easier to hide, and they have tested 3 types of short-range ballistic missiles and 1 type of intermediate range, one that can be launched from a submarine. They may want to continue the test of these types of missiles. If it's short range, Trump has brushed these off. But if they wanted to increase the pressure on the president in the election year, they could start testing longer range ballistic missiles, because this is something that they probably would like to do to modernize their missile arsenal. So that may be the next thing. We could see more short range tests. And if they're looking to put Trump in a bind, the test missiles could be missiles that have longer ranges. So that's one thing that we could see coming up. It really depends on how they're approaching the presidency. The presidential election, if they see Trump as someone they want to bargain with, they may give him an easy ride. If they are trying to get concessions out of Trump during this period, they may turn it up a little bit and try to modulate their provocations. And if they really they're fed up with Trump, they could go back to the 2017 scenario, which was tests of ICBMs, which could reach the United States, and nuclear weapons, including hydrogen bombs.
Ooh, 2017.
Yeah, it was a busy year. It was the year of Rocket Man and Dodder. The year of insults being fired back between the U.S. and North Korea.
For sure. Thank you so much for joining us today, John. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. We'll be back on Quick Take.